Hi, all of you. Good morning. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe there. How is your studies? Is it good? Okay, all right. Have you had your breakfast? Okay. So, what we discussed in our previous section, previous videos? Yes, we are discussing about our interesting story. What is the title of our story? Do you remember? Yes, it is The Life with the Grandfather. Okay, The Life with the Grandfather. This is very interesting story. Did you enjoy it? Yes. So in the last portions we are discussing the making a shower. So in that part, our boy making a shower with the grandfather, but grandfather is very angry towards that shower, isn't it? In that time our boy is hiding in the fields, and at the evening time he is very much feared. Then he returned back to the home, but he didn't enter into the house. He hid in the cow shed. Okay, that happening in our previous video. So today we have to learn more about it. Today we are discussing the news spreads. The title of our section is the news spreads. Okay, so now I will read the portion, you just listen carefully. The news spreads. Then grandfather stood up and went outside, called aloud, "Come, Raja, come. I won't beat you." But I did not answer him, for I thought that he would beat me. Grandfather was angry and said, "He won't be calm. You drove him away. I heard you say that you would beat him. If he came home, poor child, he is afraid of you and has run away." So what did you say? Yes, actually our boy is missing there. The news is spreads all over that village. So grandfather is stood up and calling outside, "Come, Raja, come. I won't beat you. I didn't beat you. Come." But I did not answer him. Actually, our Raja heard this all things, but he's never respond to all that words. Grandmother was very angry. She's very angry and said, "He won't come. You drove him away." Okay, our boys didn't come. Grandmother is very sad. "I heard you say that you would beat him if he came home. I am sure that you said that you would beat him. That's why he can't came the home. Poor child, he is afraid of you and run away." He is a very poor child. Grandfather called the servants and asked them to go out and look for me. They went out, but after a while returned to say that they could not find me. Okay, so grandfather called out all the servants to ask to look for me. But what happened there? After a while they are returned to the home. They can't find me. Grandmother started weeping. Okay, because of this thing, because of the major missing of our boy, grandmother is weeping, just crying. Grandfather started walking up and down the courtyard. Grandfather is just walking through the veranda. Courtyard means veranda. The news that I was missing spread. So what will be the news? Yes, I was missing. Raja was missing. Our neighbors came first, and all my neighbors, they are come to my home. Our neighbors came first, then our relatives, then our others who had heard the bad news. First the relatives came, then the neighbors came, and all the people that they are hearing this news, all those among reaching in my home. Many came to offer their sympathies to grandmother. Okay, this is quite normal in every day. So not in every day, every houses, isn't it? So here also the all relatives and neighbors, they are giving sympathies towards grandmother. Grandfather did not like this. He shouted. Actually, grandfather did not like this. All people are gathered here and giving sympathies to grandmother. So he is shouting. Nothing has happened to the boy. He is hiding somewhere. Can't some of you go out find him instead of wasting your time here? So grandfather is sure that nothing was happened to the boy. He is hiding somewhere in our surroundings. So you don't waste your time with the here. Please don't go to the outside and search for the boy. Then he tells. Some of them went out to search for me. So some of them they are went out and search for me. But what happened? More and more people came and soon there was a big crowd. So after some time the more people are gathered around my home. By now grandmother had lost all hope of seeing me again. So in that time grandmother she didn't have any hope to see me again. She started telling the people what a good boy I was. Okay, so she just started what a good boy I was. The search parties returned without finding. So all the people they are searching me. So there will be no one can find me. Grandmother started weeping loudly. The woman in the crowd also wept. The servants of the house joined in the wailing. They all acted as if I were dead. So grandmother is she is crying loudly. All the audiences, all the people around her is also crying loudly. All of them think that I am dead. So all of the people they are thinking our Raja is dead or passed away. I felt very sorry for grandmother. I want to come out. So actually our Raja is watching all those things. Okay, so Raja himself says that I felt sorry for grandmother and I want to come out. Grandfather was a man of strong will. Okay, grandfather he had a very strong will. But I knew that he too felt very sad. He did not, however, lose hope. He stood up, turned in direction of our family temple and prayed. So there they have a temple and grandfather is turned and is giving some prayer to that towards that direction. Help me, God, he said that help me, God, give me my child. I want him now. I cannot wait any longer. He then stood silent in prayer. So what happened? Our grandfather also worried about the missing of Raja and he is also telling that yes, he is telling that telling to the prayer, telling as a prayer, he said that I want my child. Please give me my child. At that moment, uncle returned. So everything is happened. That moment, uncle is returned back to the home. He learned what was happening at home. He is looking to all people and searching. Sorry, he is asking to the all of them, and learning what happened there. He looked around and guessed where I was. He just looked around and he just guessed where I am, where the boy was. He came to the cowshed and asked me to come down. He directly came to the cowshed and asked me to come down. I came down. Uncle took me into the house. Grandfather had just finished his prayer and turned. Okay, so in this time, grandfather just finished his prayer and just turned. As he opened his eyes, he saw me standing before him. After the prayer, grandfather just opened the eyes. He saw me. He took me up in his arms in joy, hugged me and said, God heard my prayers and has given you back to us. So grandfather just says that yes, God give me back. Okay, grandfather is very much happy and he hugged me a lot and giving kisses. So this is the story. I think you got an idea about the story. So totally this is the story of our Raja is making some funny elements that create some things to the story. So I hope you to enjoy this story. If you have any doubts regarding this story, we have a discussion. Okay, so This is about today's section, today's learning. Okay, I hope you to enjoy the story. Okay, so see you in the next class. Okay.